All right, welcome to an episode of Inception Closer. My name is Shane, and these are my thoughts regarding what's been happening or what has happened with Alec Baldwin and the shooting on the movie set of the movie called Rust. I believe it's a Western. So my thoughts go out to the entire cast of the movie Rust, family, the lady that was her family. Man, it was just a tragedy. And people are asking, how can this happen? I'm going to share my thoughts a little bit because I've been on the set of a few movies. I've handled guns on movie sets. I've shot people on movie sets with blanks, obviously. So I'm just going to share my thoughts from my experience on how it usually works within the movie industry. And then, just give you my thoughts around Alec Baldwin, all that kind of stuff. Alec Baldwin is one of my favorite actors. Absolutely love him. And I was actually just watching his TV series, his latest one, Dr. Death, where he is a doctor with Christian Slater, I believe. And they're both going after this guy that's killing people on the operating table or paralyzing people. Great series. But anyways, thought I'd reminisce a little bit about some of the movies that I was in. Some of the name I can't remember some of the names of the movie, to be honest. But hey, anyways, I was a CSI agent in this movie with two cops there. I had to be basically my job was I came upon a scene where someone was murdered in a shed, so I had to take pictures and all this kind of stuff. Anyways, let's see. Can I get to the next one, please? There's me again. There's me on the set of Inception with my buddy Daryl. Notice we have machine guns. These machine guns didn't have pins in them. There were two types of props that we had. One was real guns with no pins. No pins. And then the other one was just wooden guns. We wanted the metal guns, of course. So those are, I'm not sure what kind of rifles those are, M16, AK-47s. I don't know what they are. Anyways, you had to have your PAL license to get on this. I was a security guard at the time, so I had my restricted, non-restricted. And the gun wrangler on this set of Inception, on this movie, for this scene anyway, his name was Brian. And he actually taught me how to shoot shotguns, handguns, all kinds of stuff. So he actually trained me. He taught the course. So I had the course. Originally, I was going to be a stunt man on the set. But because I wasn't with the union and I wasn't any good at skiing downhill with machine guns at the end of the day, I could ski downhill backwards and all this kind of stuff as requested. But it was actually a little bit more complicated than that. So I got downgraded to an extra, which is fine. Still in the movie. There's me in front of one of the cop cars. Some of these might be out of order. This is me as a bodyguard for Mussolini in Burlesque Assassins. If you guys go watch that movie, I think it's could be on Netflix or somewhere. Might not be on Netflix. Might be on Amazon Prime or something. You just type in Burlesque Assassins. I actually get killed by an assassin, a stripper, if you could believe that. There's my buddies. There's this guy got axed by an assassin, one of the Burlesque assassins. So we were in charge of protecting Mussolini. And then there were also some guards protecting Hitler. There's me on the set of, what was this TV series? Something to do with trains. What was it called? Can't remember. Can't believe it. I was called in for this TV episode. I believe I was in two of them. 2 episodes. This one I was a cavalry. Tiny little scene during a fight scene. Wish I could remember the name of the TV show. It'll come to me. There's me on the left. It's me just waiting. Crazy hair day. There's me back on the set of Inception. This wasn't at the same time, by the way. And there's me modeling in front of, this is me for a book. I was at a college in Minnesota. I used to live in Minnesota for like a year, Bloomington, Minnesota. And then they were looking for people to be models for a Western. So it's kind of funny. I love Westerns. I can't tell you how much I love Westerns. I actually got to, like I said, I actually got to shoot someone on, what was it called? What was a TV show called? Lonesome Dove, the TV series. I was a stand-in for the sheriff. So I got to shoot someone with blanks, of course. And then this brings us to The Crow. Brandon Lee died on the set, and that was just devastating to the whole industry. And if I can back up a bit, the rules were so strict by the time we got onto Inception. They basically would hand us the gun and say, here's the gun. And as you go to grab the gun, they're like, now, treat this like a real weapon. Do not point this at anyone. So it was very serious. And even back then, like you couldn't even point directly if you're shooting at someone, you couldn't directly point right at them. It was always off a little bit of the actor just to protect them, just because of what happened with Brandon Lee. It's crazy. Yeah, so there's us riding up the mountain. Me again, 2 machine guns this time, waiting around. We were there all week. There's me as a security guard. There's me in my basement of my older place, practicing jujitsu in my basement. All right, so that's enough of that. All right, so yeah, so my thoughts on that. How can this happen? Well, from an actor's point of view, from Alec Baldwin's point of view, you don't really play around with the gun. A gun wrangler or a prop master will hand you the gun and he shows it to you. Usually he shows you, okay, here, there's 6 blanks in the gun. He'll show it to you and then close it up and then hand it to you. And then he'll tell you the safety's on, all this kind of stuff. And usually there's tight rules on how you hold the gun. You never wave a gun or anything like that. So it is a little bit surprising. I'm assuming that they did a close-up of Alec Baldwin pointing his gun and firing. That's the only way that I could think of that the cinematographer would get shot. And I think my guess is the bullet went through her into the director, kind of ricocheted or whatever. That's why he wasn't really hurt. If you're that close with the gun, the bullet's going to go through you. And it's sad. Like it's just devastating. I can't imagine what Alec Baldwin is going through right now for actually killing someone, for doing something that you love to do, which is acting. This, I don't know. He may not rebound from this one. This is a tough one. It's really tough. I know it's an accident and everything, but man, it rocks in the entire industry when stuff like this happens. And Alec Baldwin is a prime actor. It'd be like Tom Cruise or someone doing that. Like it just, yeah, some things got to change. And I know there is a comment saying that it only costs 50 cents to add in gun flares and all this stuff. It's not true. It costs a lot more than that. And really, with the audience that we have today, we want a little bit more realism. We can tell if there's a gun that's fake or if and even the actors can feel the weight of the gun. If you have a prop, it feels weird. That's why they just take the pins out of these guns. And I get it, you can add special effects and stuff, but with the old West, like you don't want to add any special effects to it because it'll feel weird to the audience. The gunshots will sound weird, all this kind of stuff. And it doesn't always work. Now, I know it appears that they didn't have someone representing the union there, one of the gun masters. So, prop masters. So that's a problem there. I think there's a big lawsuit going to happen. That guy's probably going to get sued and he'll probably never work in the industry again. And they're going to tighten up the rules for sure. And it's interesting because like with John Wick, like it almost feels like the gunfire is all real with blanks and all this kind of stuff. So probably the only way they can get around that is to use special effects for John Wick. I'm just not sure, but I know it's pretty tough to pull off some of those stunts, some of those tricks with a fake gun, because the recoil doesn't feel the same. Anyways, there's my thoughts. Let me know what your thoughts around this are. Devastating for the whole cast, the family of the cinematographer. Yeah, that's it for today. Thanks for watching. See you later.